Welcome to Biomedical Solutions, GE 3451 Environment Science and Sustainability. Unit 4, Carbon Credit and Carbon Footprint. Carbon Credits. 1. Introduction. Carbon credits are a market-based mechanism designed to mitigate climate change by limiting the amount of greenhouse gases, GHGs, that can be emitted. Each carbon credit represents the right to emit 1 metric ton of carbon dioxide, CO2, or an equivalent amount of another GHG. The system creates economic incentives for reducing emissions and encourages investments in low-carbon technologies. 2. Components. Permits. Carbon credits function as permits allowing the holder to emit a specific amount of CO2 or equivalent GHGs. They can be traded in markets, creating financial incentives for companies to reduce emissions. Markets. Carbon credits operate in two primary markets. Compliance markets, regulated by mandatory government caps, such as the European Union Emissions Trading System, EU ETS, where companies must comply with emission limits. Voluntary markets. Companies and individuals voluntarily purchase credits to offset their emissions, often for corporate social responsibility or marketing purposes. Verification. To ensure the credibility of carbon credits, third-party organizations verify the emission reductions. These organizations assess the projects generating the credits, ensuring they meet specific standards. 3. Types. Compliance credits, used in regulated markets to comply with legal emission caps. Companies receive or purchase these credits and can trade them to meet their emission targets. Voluntary credits, used by companies and individuals in the voluntary market to offset their emissions. These credits are often certified by standards like the Verified Carbon Standard, VCS, or the Gold Standard. 4. Sources. Renewable energy projects, projects that generate energy from renewable sources such as wind, solar, and hydro, displacing fossil fuel-based energy and reducing emissions. Reforestation and afforestation projects, planting trees to absorb CO2 from the atmosphere, enhancing carbon sequestration. Energy efficiency projects, projects that upgrade infrastructure and technology to reduce energy consumption and associated emissions. Methane capture projects, capturing methane emissions from landfills, agricultural activities, or industrial processes, preventing the release of a potent GHG. 5. Disadvantages. Additionality, ensuring that the emission reductions are additional to what would have occurred without the project funding from carbon credits is challenging to prove. Permanence. Emission reductions need to be permanent to have a lasting impact. For example, reforestation projects must ensure that the trees are not cut down in the future. Double counting. Preventing the same emission reduction from being counted by multiple parties is crucial to maintaining the integrity of the carbon credit system. Market volatility. Prices for carbon credits can fluctuate significantly, making it difficult for businesses to plan long-term strategies. 6. How to control. Regulation and policy. Governments can set and enforce emission caps and trading systems to ensure compliance and promote market stability. Verification standards. Rigorous standards and third-party verification ensure the credibility and effectiveness of carbon credits. Market stability. Mechanisms to stabilize the market, such as minimum price guarantees or market interventions, can help prevent excessive price volatility. Carbon footprint. 1. Introduction. A carbon footprint measures the total amount of greenhouse gases, GHGs, emitted directly or indirectly by an individual, organization, event, or product. It is typically measured in metric tons of CO2 equivalents, CO2a, accounting for the different global warming potentials of various GHGs. Understanding and reducing carbon footprints is essential for mitigating climate change. 2. Components. Direct emissions, emissions from sources directly controlled by the entity, such as fuel combustion in vehicles or heating systems. Indirect emissions, emissions from the production and transportation of goods and services consumed by the entity, including supply chain emissions and emissions embedded in purchased products. 3. Types. Personal carbon footprint, the total GHG emissions resulting from an individual's activities, including household energy use, transportation, and diet. Corporate carbon footprint, the total GHG emissions resulting from a company's operations, including energy use, transportation, supply chain, and product life cycle emissions. Event carbon footprint, the total GHG emissions associated with organizing and hosting events, including venue energy use, transportation of attendees, and waste generated. 4. Sources. Household energy use, emissions from electricity, heating, and cooling in homes. Reducing energy consumption through energy-efficient appliances and better insulation can lower household carbon footprints. Transportation, emissions from cars, airplanes, and other modes of transport. Opting for public transportation, biking, walking, or using electric vehicles can reduce transportation-related emissions. Manufacturing, emissions from the production and distribution of goods. Companies can reduce these emissions by improving energy efficiency, using sustainable materials, and optimizing logistics. 5. Disadvantages. Measurement complexity. Accurately measuring all direct and indirect emissions can be challenging due to the complexity of tracking every source of emissions. Behavioral changes. Individuals and companies may find it difficult to change behaviors and processes to reduce their carbon footprints, especially if it involves significant lifestyle or operational changes. Economic impact. Implementing reduction strategies, such as upgrading technology or changing supply chains, can involve significant costs, which may be a barrier for some individuals and companies. 6. How to control. Energy efficiency. Implementing energy-efficient practices and technologies in homes, businesses, and transportation can significantly reduce emissions. Renewable energy. Switching to renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, and hydropower, can reduce reliance on fossil fuels and lower emissions. Sustainable practices. Adopting sustainable agricultural, manufacturing, and consumption practices, such as using less resource-intensive methods and promoting recycling, can reduce overall emissions. Education and awareness. Promoting awareness and understanding of carbon footprints can encourage individuals and companies to adopt more sustainable behaviors and practices.